Trekkie like me, you know, that's great. I want to see more Star Trek movies. I'm really looking forward to whenever this new Star Trek movie is. You can rest assured that I'm going to be one of the nerds standing in line at the midnight showing of the new Star Trek movie. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I mean, I'm going to be there. I'll give my thoughts on the movie after it's done, but, you know, I'll be there. We'll see how it goes. And the same is true for the new Star Wars movie. I'll be there too. I mean, you know, when I was 13 years old, what year was I 13? 1999, that's right. That's when I was 13. I was a big Star Wars fan. Like, I was reading Star Wars novels and all that shit, you know? I was like, Star Wars, man, that's where it is. That's where it's at, dog. And, you know, it's part of my history. Just like something about the original trilogical, it just sort of galvanized me and was like, man, this is cool. I saw The Phantom Menace and I was like, I mean, my 13-year-old mind didn't have the critical skills that my present modern, you know, quote, adult mind has. But, like, I felt it was a little off, you know. Even at the time, I kind of felt it was off. But I still defended it because I was loyal to the Star Wars name. And I was like, that movie wasn't that bad. I mean, you know, sure, it wasn't as good as the prequels. It was a little weak, you know, I agree Jar Jar might not have been the best character that was ever in a Star Wars movie, but it wasn't that bad, man. But, and, you know, everyone seemed to like the next two movies, and I played along, I'm like, yeah, I like him too, but it just, like, the more I thought about it, it's like, just, no, these just aren't good, there's no redeeming value. And if you doubt me, I strongly recommend you to watch the Confused Matthew reviews of those movies. I mean, he might not be the most famous reviewer out there, but he's good. You know, those reviews are a number of years old now, but, like, those were among the first reviews that taught me to think critically about these movies that I was watching, because, like, I used to watch movies with much less of a discerning eye than I do now. And I used to think things were good that just aren't. Like, for instance, a non-movie example, I had no idea that everyone thought that Star Trek Voyager was shit. I mean, I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. I used to love that show, and granted, it still does have good episodes, but once I watched the SF Debris reviews of Voyager, I just realized, like, man, I was an idiot. I mean, there's no nice way to put it. I don't know, it's hard to, like, really rectify those things in my mind, because, you know, I just have good memories of watching Voyager. I mean, when it was first on, I was in my pre-teens and my early teens, and I used to watch it with my dad, and that was kind of like a bonding activity in a way, you know. We'd watch, it was Monday Night Football and Star Trek Voyager were our two bonding activities, and I honestly forget which night it was on anymore, but, like, it was a bonding activity for sure. It ended in 2001, and, you know, fast forward 6 years, in 2007 it was on, what was that channel, Spike TV. It was running old Voyager episodes, and, you know, I was working at Target at the time, we all know what Target is. But I used to watch those reruns, and I'm like, damn, this is awesome, because I was catching up on episodes that were like earlier on in the show's run that I might not have seen the first time because I was young. But I was seeing these episodes, and I'm like, man, this is good. But it's like, I learned later that, like, it really wasn't. I mean, there's good episodes. I mean, there's a lot of good aspects of Voyager. But it just wasn't what... It just, there was so much wrong with it. And I learned to have a more discerning eye after that. I mean, this whole thing about picking up a more discerning eye continued largely on, throughout other things. I mean, for example, in The Sims, any Sims fan here is going to be raging that I haven't made a Sims episode in like 6 years. But, you all remember how I used to build houses at the very beginning of my Let's Playing career, They were kind of blocky and not very functional. Well, they were functional, but that was about it, Man, look at all the people moving into this city. I mean, I know I'm not talking about what I'm doing too much, but like, hell, what can I talk about? It's SimCity. I've done over 100 episodes of this. There's, like, not much more new I can do except continue to make cities. I mean, this style is something I haven't tried, but, there's only so much you can do in SimCity before it just becomes like, yeah, it's another SimCity episode. So, I forget what I was saying. Oh, yeah. Discerning eye and growing taste. Like, when I look at the stuff that I used to make in The Sims in the early days, I used to, I cringe at it. It's just like, it's just not good. And, I really have developed a greater style. Like, if you see a house I made in 2009, and you see a house I made in 2012, there's like no comparison. It's just like so much more better my style has gotten now. And I don't think anyone can deny that. And the same thing is true in Minecraft. And that's been just a little over a year. Like, I used to make just like these big ugly blobs of, one material, whether it be cobble or wood, and it's like, that's a house, that's a building. Which I guess is still alright if you're playing in survival and just want to shelter and are not thinking of the aesthetic value. But when I look at what I am able to create now, it's just, you can't compare it. Whether I'm building in survival or creative, I mean, you obviously haven't seen most of it, because most of what I've been doing is on the House of Sims server. I mean, single-player Minecraft isn't, once you've played on a server like that, it doesn't seem it just doesn't seem quite as appealing as it might have once had. And I think anyone can, vouch for that, because it's true, It's just not the same experience. We're going to change things up a little bit over here. Oh, you bitch. But yeah, and especially when you get to creative building, if you look at the very first buildings I did in creative and what I'm capable of now, the difference is astounding, I've really come a long way, one could say. And, I mean, that was due in no small part to several of my forum friends who, I really couldn't understand why they were cringing at my derpy designs in the beginning. I'm like, what are you talking about? I build like a pro, But I didn't, and I didn't understand that. But now, I mean, my style has just evolved. Like, no mere mortal can understand the power of the Bone Canoe style. I mean, forget Gangnam style, man. It's Bone Canoe style. It's where it's at, dog. So, style has improved over the years, and I guess that comes true for city building. I mean, if we're going to be relevant on topic for SimCity, I mean, who wants to do that, right? But, I had this region I made in 2007-ish, around that time. And I remembered it having good cities, and I'm like, oh man. I was very excited to bring that region over and look at it, and I thought I might make a few episodes about it, like, oh, look at these cool cities that I have. But I looked at that region, and I'm like, damn, these cities were just not good at all. They just weren't good. They didn't look good, they didn't function well. I was using cheats, so I didn't have to worry about the budget running out of money. I mean, it was just a noob job all the way around. And it was like, wow, even the best of cities that I made back then don't even compare to the average cities that I might make now, A lot has certainly changed. So, style is something that a person can gain over the years, So if you are a SimCity person, or if you're a Minecraft person, or if you're any kind of person, just don't fret if you feel your designs are lackluster. If you're just starting out, You'll get better over time. I mean, I did. And if I got better, you could get better. I mean, who the heck am I? I'm just some dork, But, yeah, I certainly got better. Well, I mean, if you've been playing Minecraft all this time, or SimCity, and your cities still look like crap after years of doing it, I mean, you just might not have it. I mean, it's certainly possible, but for the rest of us, style is something that can be obtained. Some of us got the class, and really, more of us got the class than you might think. We can do it, man. Alright, let's see if we can, what we're going to do about this road. It might be a tunnel time. Yeah, we'll just do tunnel time with this road. It's like tool time, except with tunnels. Which makes it, well, I can't decide whether that makes it better or worse, but everybody likes a tunnel, man. Roger Rabbit. We're just gonna have a loops-a-doodle. How I want to do this. We could have a ferry system here too if we wanted. Something I'm still thinking about. Oh man. Oh man, so what do you guys think about the new SimCity 5, dogs? I've been, I've been made aware of it, obviously, by every single person who ever has commented on my channel. And, I don't know whether it's going to be good or bad. I really don't know, but I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt, and say it could be good, Not everything that is made today sucks. I mean, I know that a lot of you probably think it does, but there's no real reason to think that. I mean, be hopeful. Be a guy, If there's one thing I've learned in this world is that, the options are limitless, things you never would expect can happen. So, maybe we'll have a good SimCity game once again. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen, I'm just saying it could happen. So, keep an open mind about it, boyos. Because you never know. You could be playing it and you'd be like, damn, you know what? This feeling I'm feeling, this emotion that is in my soul right now, it's joy. It's been a while since I felt that emotion because, like, I've lived a hello shusk of a life all these years, but hell, I feel joy right now. You will say as you play SimCity 5 for the first time, maybe. Like I said, not definitely, but maybe. And sometimes maybe we'll have to do it, Just like that chick in that song said, call me maybe, because, she knew that guy in the song wasn't going to definitely call her. She just thought maybe he would call her. So that's why she said, call me maybe. Because she was hopeful. So be like Carly Rae Einstein, or whatever the hell her name is, and be hopeful. Failed smoothing terrain. I'll fail smoothing your face, bitch. What the hell? Okay. This is highly suspicious. Fine, we'll have it cross down here. Gosh. Who was it who said gosh in a movie? Oh, right, that was Napoleon Dynamite. I remember that. I remember my ex-girlfriend didn't like that movie for some reason. I don't know. Well, she also thought that Come Together was an Aerosmith original, so I guess we can't really put too much stock into what she says, right? So, alright. And you're going to become a regular road over here. And you're going to be a real boy after we see The Wizard of Oz. I'm mixing up movies like I don't care. Which I don't. Because my imagining of events is much better than what Walt Disney ever envisioned. Oh, look at all these beautiful tract houses. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make a goddamn city. I mean, forget Dwyer and his pristine grids. I mean, that guy doesn't know what the hell he's doing, man. He's just like... I mean, it's a little known fact, but Dwyron, he boozes it up before every episode. Like, he takes big shots of whiskey and bourbon, and he's like, oh man, gonna make a SimCity episode. And he's just laughing the whole time. I mean, one thing about Dwyron is he's a giggler. He just giggles constantly, and he has to edit it out of his episodes because he doesn't want to embarrass himself, but, it's true, I mean, there are unlisted videos of giggling Dwyron out there. And, I would share them, but there's a, well, there was a court order last year. A suit was brought against me, and, well, let's just say I can't disclose those links to you now. I mean, for all I know, Dwyron's taking them down. I mean, but hell, it's what it is. He's one crazy guy. I mean, he might seem calm and relaxed, but really, that guy is out of his mind. I mean, he's swinging from ropes, and I don't even know what the heck he's doing. I mean, I'm worried about the children, the children who might be watching Dwyron's videos. They might come off with the wrong ideas, like it's okay to do certain things. I mean, we gotta think about the children, guys. It's in our hands, the future's